Alright nerds, how's it going? Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. So, before we set off to go and talk about the power and talk to the Adelaide and deliver Reed's message, we're going to get the money back from the grave digger? The grave digger, yeah, we'll go with that. So let's have a look. One's the barber, so let's try here first.
What can I do for you?
Oh, this could be good. Medical. You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Anyway, Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't care, pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on. Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Let's give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Strange. It looks like there's someone in the factory. Oh, this is someone I've never spoke to, I don't think. So let's have a go. Might be able to get some other quests from this person. Hello.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Oi. Guessing you're the foreman.
Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take
Oh, I
the
got
fees.
hers.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Ah, it's nice of you.
I could do without the
I guess.
sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Said this guy shot himself.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be
Eugene
tough
wasn't
in the
family.
But you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Okay, what are they going to do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay, so that's pretty messed up.
What's on your mind?
She got any work for me? Nah, let's get on with it. Aha. Right, so then there's this guy, old Abernathy.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
I am not a marauder.
Oh, wait. It's just you. Yours killed me with fright. At least I know I ain't hallucinating. You need something?
Yes, please. I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Here, take my fees. I'm never getting that medicine, so I may as well buy myself a grave. Something nice and wide, with plenty of room to spin around inside.
Sorry, I gave the anthracillin to someone else.
You what? But why? I was dependent on you.
Because you're
Does
a bit
it
weird.
feel good? Robbing an old man of his last shred of hope?
I'm sorry, I did what I had to do.
Betray a man in his final hours? Of course, I understand. Hell, I'd probably do the same to you, given the chance. So, you just here to watch me die, or what?
Alright, mate, chill out. Still don't know what to do with this one, though. Letter from Phyllis. Conrad, the receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it what it is. Destruction of Space's choice property. Eugene was an asset company, blah blah. It's going to ruin us. I was thinking that we pay off... We pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Aliens passed down to his family or something. Processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. Oh, so we're going to tell him to give her the teeth, maybe. Is that him? Or is this him? Can I now talk to him about teeth?
What can I do for
I
you?
did see something flash up. There we go.
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss
That's
them.
unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Yep. Ask forgiveness from the vicar
The
later.
good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Excellent. Right, so who's the last one? Out the door this way. Right, so where is this other person? Over this way. Oh, he's on the landing pad. I should be able to fast travel there, can I? I've never done that before. Give it a go. Oh, right, and there he is. Okay. Hello?
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You
No.
ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Are you okay? You seem
I'm talking
confused.
about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're
Just
talking
my
about.
luck. I asked for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Ooh, if your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's Chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Persuade proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Excellent. What do you need
They
done?
have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay, cool. Could you use a couple of pointers?
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Excellent. Right, Silas sent me. You owe him your gravesite
I
fees.
told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Excellent. Lie, he sure did, and he's asking for a little extra to furnish the resistance with mechanical repellent.
Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just such a project.
Excellent. Got a question
Go
for you?
on.
Is there anything else interesting? Let's just ignore that. Cool, so I want to go back to the Silas the Gravedigger, so... Awesome. Right, hello Silas.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, I've got your money, mate. We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
You first. I know you buried him.
Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about?
His solid gold teeth could be worth something if you pulled them
Yeah.
out.
Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night
What?
we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
I call bullshit. I'll keep an eye out for them, I guess.
Let me know if you find anything.
Hey, about those fees you
Run
wanted.
into any trouble?
I'm all done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Wade, I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Excellent. Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Excellent. Right, so now where's this robot thing? Oh, just round the other side there. Let's go do that before we do anything else. Oh, look. The side of the volcano's actually got lava coming down it. That's awesome. Like a big river of lava. I like that. Oh! Oh dear, sketch. Had some weird lag there. Hit cartridges, always good. Oh, there's loads of these things. Get lost. They're wusses. Can I talk to it? Oh, he ain't no threat. We could fix him up.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Hang on a second, I'm not sure.
Take your time. You need help, just give a yell. Metaphorical yell. If you yell for reals, you're liable to spook them.
Damage to navigation systems detected. Attempting to return to designated repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed.
This is a junkyard, not a repair bay.
Navigation systems have determined this location as Spacer's Choice. Designated mechanical repair bay. Attempting to misdirect or confuse a Spacer's Choice mechanical is a punishable offense. Please report yourself to your supervisor.
Go ahead, fix it. Why not?
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Already, why did you name the
On
mechanical?
account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard. Hebs to Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb. Self-diagnostics initiated.
Right. You better not start shooting me. Better remember that we helped you. Right, so I went to the shop, sold a load of junk, made loads of space, and realised that I can still turn in that mission, even though I didn't blow up the robot. Ludwig still wants to talk to me. Hello?
Bring us honor, soldier.
You don't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts.
Are you going to give me such weapon?
Lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter. On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Well, I should probably go and have a look, shouldn't I? Right, so here's the cantina. They're behind one of the toilets, didn't he? Ludwig's bundle. Excellent. So what is... Can I find out what that was? Effect. What does that say? Oh, hello. If found, please return to Ludwig at the landing bay. Don't seem to be able to open it or do anything with it, so go give it to him. Here we go, mate. I've got your little parcel.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Found that package you
Feast
mentioned.
your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You
Okay.
ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Sounds like fun.
This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
I've already got one.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Cool.
There's
How
the
am I
rub.
supposed to get one?
If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Okay. What, you mean like the one I just fixed up?
I don't reckon so.
Huh?
I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanical she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Aw, cheers, mate. Right, so... Right, so it wants us to go to the geothermal plant to get the logic module, but we're not going there just yet. We need to go there for the main quest, but before that we need to deliver Reed's message to Adelaide, so that is what we're going to do next. So on the map from that we have to go right the way over here. Right, Botanical Lab, this is where we find the so-called deserters.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Don't worry, I'm cool.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Hold on, chill your boots. What's your problem?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Fair play. You obviously run a tight
You
ship.
wanna try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to
Nah,
her.
it's alright. I've seen her. She's alive. Upbeat, a little strange, loves Rizzos. Yeah, I found her.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Camp. Is she alright?
Yeah, I killed them all. You mean in the head, or she's become one of them? Calls herself the Queen of the Marauders.
Queen of the Marauders, huh? That's what comes of watching serials. Rots your gray. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some Marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Well, I killed all of them already. Where can I find
Over in
Adelaide?
the hothouse, tending crop.
Got questions about
Tell you
Zoe?
what I can.
How well do you know
Well, enough
her?
to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Fair enough. Ah, so if I speak to him, maybe I'll learn how to convince her to come back. You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on
She
with
was
her.
lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Let's change
What
the
is it?
subject, shall we? Let's just go. Right. So, there many people I can talk to in this place? Let's have a look. Right, let's go round left to right. Hello. Oh, there's Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Something that isn't canid? I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Was she acting strange before
Can't
she
say I
disappeared?
recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper.
Oh,
She called
yeah,
it
no?
journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay, tell me a little
Zoe
about
was
her.
always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Oh, yeah. What was that about
The
surprising
other day I
Zoe?
got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Well, that's how I get her back. Any chance you can lend me that copy? Yeah.
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Because I want to get her back. Zoe's living with marauders nearby. I need something to tempt her back to
Zoe's
camp.
living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
She asked me to persuade. Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Excellent. Oh, I can trade with him. I don't really need to now, though. Got plenty of space and all that. Oh, I seem to be able to get in here. Let's just nick all this stuff. No one's about. Oh. No one's about. I'm right next to this place. Whoopsie. Anyway, this is who I need to talk to. In here, I would wager. She's still around? Yes, she is. Excellent. This place is cool. Right, here we go. Adelaide McDevitt.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Yeah, just a few. You must be Adelaide.
Have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Good.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such
Did I read it as
pretty trees
DeWitt?
in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Lovely. Reed sent me to make peace with you. I'm gonna not say that one yet. I'm gonna have a
The
nice
garden
chat with her
belongs
first.
to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
What shit? Looks like you made a home for yourself
A
out
home
here.
for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old
It's an
home?
unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Right, so let's get down to business. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Not quite.
Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of
I'm
peace,
not really
then?
sure whether I agree with him or not. Right, you're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery, that's about it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power, I wasn't really listening. Right, something tells me we should go for the middle one.
Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal
I
plant.
would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I don't know that I will yet. Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship. Maybe she
Cannery's
has
got
something
a
else.
regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Yeah, you've got a point. I'll consider
I
it.
trust you will listen to your conscience.
Yeah, I'll give it some think. Give it some think? Yeah, I'll give it some thought. Okay, so... Well, I've leveled up again, which is pretty sick. So let's go outside, see who else I can talk to around here. Right, anyone else want to have a chat? Oh, there's a building up there. Let's go up there in a minute. Hello?
Oh, didn't see
Aha.
you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering.
Cool.
Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Whoa.
Yeah,
You,
he's in
things
love.
safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Nope.
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Nah, not really, mate. I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
They're not mechanical, are they? Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers. Yeah, let's do that.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins
I've
and
got
outs.
one already, I think.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Pretty sure I got one. Yeah.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
This one, I think.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Nice. I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want
What's
to
on
ask you
your mind?
something. How long have you lived
Couple
here?
months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Anywho, it's getting a bit awkward between you two. So let's get out of here. Right, so now we've got to make a serious decision. The next quest, Die Robot, the side quest, I have to go to the geothermal plant for. So we do that when we make this decision here. We either have to take the power away from Edgewater or take it away from the Botanical Lab. It's a bit of a tough one because Edgewater, obviously there's a lot more people there, but it's a pretty fucked up little place. And see, I kind of feel like I should keep the power at the Botanical Lab because, you know, they're like nicer people, I want to say, maybe. But yes, I'm a bit unsure about that. But first, I think we should try and convince Zoe to return, and then we'll worry about our big moral decision in the next video, I think. So let's go and see where Zoe was. Ah, and she's over here. Wow, look at that. The big old looking moon. I assume it's a moon. Got rings, whatever it is. Right, here's Zoe, Zoe. Are all the marauders still dead around here? Oh god! I just walked over a mine. That was really clever. Super, super clever. Anyway, here's Zoe. Smoking a fag. I can't talk to her. Hello? Hello? There we go. Much better.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
Is it if a Wentworth a cigarette? You're smoking one right now. I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Nah, it's not really. Stefan told me about your favourite cereal.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
I've got it here. Yours if you promise to go
You
back.
actually have it? The episode where Lord Cavendish reveals he's been the mass marketeer all along? All right, you convinced me. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
Nice.
Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
I didn't see Grace. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Grace at all. Grace? Yeah, Grace was this chick. You were
What is it?
Grace. I took Zoe into coming
We
back.
didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
You joined up with a band of marauders.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if
Excellent.
I can do something for you.
Awesome. Alright, awesome. So I think we're going to leave it there. We've been to the deserters encampment, spoke to the people we need to, done a few more side quests, and we need to make our like tough moral choice of who we're going to like turn the power off to. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but we'll give that some thought and we'll do that in the next video. So yeah, thanks for watching. As usual, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, if you've got any suggestions of which you reckon I should do. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. See you later, nerds.